We have a new NOMAD Cosmetics release to talk about. I am going to be doing 2 looks with the new Fuji 5 Lakes palette. I'm going to give you close-ups and swatches in the beginning, then show you look 1, look 2, and at the end I will give you my initial thoughts. Is this the good NOMAD quality that I personally love? You're going to have to wait to find out. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Rachel, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. All the information about the launch will be down in the description box, and everything that is on my face in both looks will also be in the description box, and let's do it. So at the moment of filming, I don't have a ton of information in terms of pricing or anything like that because they haven't released that yet, but let me show you the palette and then give you close-ups and swatches and give you the information that I do have. So this is the Fuji 5 Lakes palette. It is one of their fall launches. As you can see, the unit carton is absolutely gorgeous. We have Mount Fuji in the background. We have beautiful foliage and a beautiful waterscape here. On the back, we have information about the shades, the names, and information about the ingredients. Every single NOMAD palette comes with a postcard. They are a destination-based indie brand, so they do collections based on themes around the world. So look at this absolutely gorgeous postcard. And on the back, I will read you what's on the back in just a moment, but it's always a little blurb about the palette, about the destination. And the actual palette itself, this is by far my favorite packaging NOMAD has ever done. When I opened it, my jaw was on the floor. I just think it's so beautiful, and it's probably gonna be hard to see on camera, but it is textured like a painting on canvas. Literally like a painting on canvas. It is absolutely beautiful. I am in love with this packaging. On the back, we have, again, a little bit more information. I don't know if you can see it. It's beautiful. It is truly a work of art, duh. And then on the inside, we have this gorgeous color story, a really good mix of warm and cool. We've got some reds, some yellows, and in the middle, we've got a mix of blues, which definitely goes with the packaging. All of this, I think, is encapsulated in the shades. Really stunning. So the new Fuji 5 Lakes Intense Color Palette. Fuji in fall. Autumn in Japan is a colorful and captivating season. As foliage hues move across the country, the favorite pastime Momiji-gari, red leaf hunting, begins. And no other place is more beautiful and more awe-inspiring to see the brilliant fall hues than the Fuji 5 Lakes region. The iconic snow-capped Mount Fuji is mirrored in calm lake waters, while the warm-hued autumn leaves create the perfect frame to capture this region's spectacular beauty. This palette is a canvas of warm and cool. Outside, work of art with Mount Fuji and Lake Kawaguchi framed by textured leaves. Inside, the scene continues with fiery red maples, golden ginkgos, and other autumnal shades framing the cool mountain grays and lake blues with Diamond Fuji at the pinnacle, 9 vivid mattes, and 6 luminescent shimmers. And every time NOMAD releases a collection, they donate to a special cause, and the cause they are supporting is the More Trees Forest Conservation Organization, whose goal is a society where forests and people can coexist for generations to come. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And somehow I completely forgot to talk about launch date details, which is a very important piece. So this palette will launch on Tuesday, August 20th around 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. This will all be in the description box as well if you want to reference it there. I did receive this palette in PR from the brand, and I do have an affiliate code with NOMAD. It's Rachel. If you want to save 10% whenever you purchase at their website, you can use my affiliate code. And if you do use my code, I want to thank you so much. It really does help support my channel and continue me being able to do what I do here on the channel. So in terms of size, if you have the Okavango Delta palette, it's the same size, and that palette retails for $42. So I'm assuming this is going to be around the same price. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I do want to pull out the Hudson Valley palette because I do feel like there may be some similarities. I definitely don't think they're the same palette, but I'm just going to pull it out to show you.
A few moments later.
It is also the same size as the Hudson Valley, just so you know. So I really like this size of palette from NOMAD. They usually do this or one that's slightly bigger that has one more column, but this is a really good size, I think, personally. So Hudson Valley is also a mix of warm and cool, but Hudson Valley has this side with greens, which this palette does not. So here they are side by side. As you can see, the new Fuji palette has blues, which is obviously capturing the vibe of the lake, but it does have reds and yellows like this one does, but the Hudson Valley also has a couple of pops of orange and brown, which this one does not have. So yeah, just wanted to show you those side by side. The other thing also is the Hudson Valley palette is very matte heavy. There's only 3 shimmers. And in the Fuji palette, we have 6 shimmers. So double the shimmers. Just wanted to point that out in case you were wondering. So yeah, I'm going to show you look number 1. Then look number 2, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes. And at the end, I just give you my initial thoughts. I have to continue using this palette more than twice to get my final thoughts. It will end up in a palette ranking in the future. But yeah, honestly, packaging, stunning. Color choice, really, really pretty and creative. So I would love to know your thoughts after seeing this palette. What do you think? Do you really like the color story? Are you into it? Are you going to pick it up? Are you going to skip? Whatever you're thinking, please let me know down in the comments. And by the way, give this a thumbs up if you enjoy indie eyeshadows. We do that a lot over here. And now I'm going to send you off to look number 1. All right, let's do our first look with the new NOMAD Fuji palette. I'm so excited. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I know I've already said that, but I just wanted to reiterate it. And this is definitely half cool, half warm in my opinion. So today I'm gonna play with the cool tones. That is my plan. So I'm first going to go in with the shade Red Rowan right here and put this through the crease. And as always, I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So that shade is just slightly deeper than my skin tone, so it works nice as a transition shade for me. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Fuji Goko right here, which is a really pretty, interesting blue. I'm gonna put this a little lower in the crease. So next up, I'm gonna put this shade in my outer corner, Mount Hui. I tried to look up the pronunciation. I've been spending like 10, 15 minutes trying to find it. It was really difficult to find, so I hope that that's correct. It doesn't really look like the most reputable source. I'm gonna put this in my outer corner. That's really good pigment. Really good pigment on everything. I am going to put down the NYX glitter primer all over my lid. So I'm gonna put the shade Kawaguchiko all over my lid. Ooh, it looks so pretty. I think it's a duochrome, blue to purple. That is really beautiful. But we're gonna kick it up a notch because I was talking to Felicia, one of the owners of NOMAD on Instagram DMs, and she told me to use Diamond Fuji over any of the blue shades, and that's exactly what we're gonna do because this looks like a beautiful iridescent shade. I'm ready. So I'm gonna take it on my finger, really pretty, and I'm just gonna tap this over my lid. Ooh, that is so pretty. Wow. That just made it even more shiny and made it pop even more. I'm back. Let's continue. I'm gonna repeat the same mattes on the lower lash line, going from darkest to lightest. I'm actually just gonna use the 2 blues. I'm not gonna use that original matte shade, but I am gonna pick up this second blue on a little bit of a fluffier brush to blend the edges. For my waterline, I'm gonna use this one from Pacifica. It doesn't have a name or anything, but I will of course link it down below. It's just like a really pretty blue. And for my inner corner, I'm going to use this gorgeous, gorgeous pastel blue called Mount Fuji. I love a pastel for the inner corner. All right, I'm gonna go off camera. I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup and come back to show you the final look. By the way, I just got my hair colored, so it's not a patchy bronzer that you see. It's the hair color all along my hairline. Listen, we film when we can. I'm in between appointments, in between work. So this is the final look. What do you think? I think it came out really, really pretty. I really love the shimmer that I tapped on the lid Diamond Fuji. Very, very pretty. My look is going more for the mountains and the water, right? With that blue. I think that the mattes performed good, like the normal NOMAD quality where they are that perfect mid pigment level, not overly pigmented, not super sheer. They blended easy, they were easy to work with, etc. And the shimmer is really pretty. The one that I used on my lid right here is more of a standard shimmer. There is a little bit of a shift, but it's very slight. It's not overly sparkly, but I was able to get that sparkle when I tapped Diamond Fuji on top. So I really enjoy how this look came out. So next, I'm definitely going to play with the warm tones, the yellows and the reds. You bet your bottom dollar. So that is what you're going to look at right now. All right, I am here to do a second look, and I want to play with the warm tones today for sure. The yellows, the reds, that is my plan. I'm first going to go in with the shade Koyo right here in my crease. I'm gonna go in with Burning Bush next. I'm a little scared, but we're going for it. And I'm gonna put this in my crease a little bit lower. So that red really worked nicely. And I find with a lot of like more vibrant reds, they have a pinkish look to them. This one doesn't. It looks like a true red with even a slight like orange to it. So I like that. That's right up my alley. So I am now gonna go in with Momiji right here, which is like a burgundy, and I'm gonna put this in my outer corner. Now, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but Momiji, that darker red that I just used in my outer corner, in comparison to the crease color, Momiji definitely almost looks like it has a purple undertone because it is a little more burgundy. So I feel like it will go really nicely with the blues, but it also still goes really nicely with the other red that I used in my crease. So I love that. I'm gonna put the NYX glitter primer all over my lid. Do not look too closely at my nails, although now I'm just gonna show them to you because you're gonna look now that I've said it, right? I was able to remove my fake nails off this hand, but not this hand. That's a problem for later, Rachel. I wanna use a couple shimmers, so I'm first gonna go in with Fiery Maple. I'm gonna put this more to the middle-ish of my lid. Really pretty. Do love taking my nails off and being able to apply my shimmers with my fingers much easier. It is so nice. And now for the inner part of my lid, I'm gonna put in Golden Ginkgo right here. Really pretty yellow. It has a reflective blue in there too. Ooh, that is a beautiful shimmer. Love that. All right, I'm back. Let's continue with the eye look. I'm gonna go to the lower lash line with Momiji right here and put this up against the lash line as close as I can. I'm gonna take the shade Burnished Beach right here and blend that out. For my inner corner, I'm going to go into Yellow Poplar right here. Let's see if it's light enough. I think it works. For my waterline, I'm going to use ColourPop's Joyride. All right, and this is the finished look number 2. What do you think? Listen, if you know me, you know I love these tones. I'm here for a warm look. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I really love the shimmer that's on the inner part of my lid. It has that unexpected little shift. I can't really see it in the pan as much as I can on my eyes. I love it. I think it's so pretty. So my initial thoughts after using this twice are it's the good NOMAD quality. I think that the mattes are really good in terms of pigment. They are that mid-level pigment. They're not overly pigmented. They're not sheer. They're right in the middle, so they are very user-friendly. I do really enjoy the different undertones that we have here because there are a few reds, a few yellows, a few blues, and I think they did a good job of making it cohesive and having monochromatic looks that you can play with, but having different undertones as well. I like how it goes from light to deep. We have a couple of pastels, which I use in my inner corner, which I really enjoy. I really love the shade Diamond Fuji, that iridescent topper shade, a really pretty addition to this palette. I love the packaging. So yeah, I mean, I think that this is a really good palette. I really enjoy the NOMAD quality. I really enjoy all of the themes that they come up with, but I would love to know your thoughts on this palette down in the comments. Are you interested? Are you gonna skip? Let me know your thoughts because I'd love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.